Just find the right place in the program, make the appropriate change, and we'll run the whole thing again.
Speech is still very complicated. Music is simpler.
Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error. The art of leadership is delegation.
That information is not available. This constitutes all available data.
You know what they say, no good deed goes unpunished.
Good morning, morning, how you all doing? Hope you're all okay. Welcome to a cooler morning, thank God. It puts a smile on my face. It's bearable this morning. It's cool, it's just normal, tranquil. Thank the Lord, if you want to call him the Lord, or whoever. Right, so we're now getting somewhere. We're finally getting somewhere with this thing. So, what are we going to be doing today? Let me just check the audio before we go on too far. It's cool, it's just normal, tranquil. It sounds pretty good to me. Right, so we'll have a quick overview of what we've done and what we've got left and what we've got left to do. I've just realised this isn't the very latest. No, this isn't the very latest picture I've just brought up, which is weird because I launched the XE. Anyway, it's a bit of a strange one. I thought that looked a bit too much. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll bring up the real one. Hopefully that'll have the latest picture. Didn't I just do that though? That's the most strangest thing, isn't it? I put last one. I've just took this off the XE. Right, I mustn't have done the right one. No, definitely did the right one. That's the weirdest thing ever. Right, let's bring it up. Yeah, it's not there. Did I daydream that? Right, I'll tell you what, we'll run up the program. Because there's something weird happening. I thought I'd give you the latest thing, but obviously not. So I ran it, and it compiled it, and it built an XE. So I don't know why it's showing you the old one. Yeah, there's the values on it, look. So I don't know. My thumbnail is now out of sync. Out of sync with what I'm showing you. Excuse me. Right. Yeah. So I don't know what happened to that thumbnail. Really. Never mind. We'll sort that out another time. Right. So yesterday's episode we got the mode working lovely. Let's just run it up. Sorted out the mode. Just trying to find something to listen to. Listen to the Frenchman if you like. Right, so we're in the boot up screen. We're now in the main waterfall, which is the main display really. So what we're going to do today, we've got this value here that we can move this around. Then when it's off, I'm increasing the value, which is the level. If I was to go on to, I'll just click there or there. It's RF power 5, it's telling it's on. So then you can increase the power Actually, that one increases it by there, and if you go over it, you can do it by, that's alright, that's different. 5 there, or but single points there. That's no longer changing that. Why not? That's weird, isn't it? Oh, I haven't tied it in yet. That's alright. I've not yet tied it in. So we've got that to do as well. So we've got to tie these in with the actual values and that. So that one, yeah, and that doesn't go back to that. So there's some integration to do as per the thumbnail text. Okay, let's just get on with it then, shall we? So what do we do? Yeah, we've got the mode working quite brilliantly. Let's see, we can override the 891's mode, so we can go lower while we're in upper, and change band to lower, change to lower or upper. So we're alright with that. Now I did notice our span position's too low here. So this needs to be moved up. And also the speed needs to be moved up. Okay. And we've got to integrate that as well. We haven't integrated that yet. There's loads to do. Still loads to do, and we need a cog put in somewhere. A cog, so we can open up the settings for the file system and a few tick boxes and things. Said we weren't going to have tick boxes. Probably just a slide thing. So we have a window dedicated to setting the COM port and all the rest of it. Let's have a listen on them. The call channels for VHF and UHF. Alright, let's just leave them on there. Can we find anyone speaking English at all? No, a bit of digital. Let's go up and down here. There's got to be someone on here, not just blurting out contest. Contest. Give me a contest. Quickly. We just want some natural conversation, if it exists at all. Probably. Contest, yeah, I like the contesting. How about no contest? How about talking? I'm not against contesting, but put some showmanship into it, at least. You know, host. It's a radio show, isn't it? You know. Let's have a look on 15 meters. So, what we're gonna... Can't find anything. Oh, there was something then. Something in the wings. Okay, so I'll listen to some contest. Hopefully it won't be too repetitive. Let's see if he says the same thing over and over again. Yeah, so it's probably recorded it. It's playing it. What a shame. I thought he showed potential there. Never mind. Right, let's have a look on 18. There's loads of digital around the place. Every band's got a bit of digital. No. What about the one nobody's on normally? You can't see what I'm doing here. Nope. Right, it's done about 10 metres. Anything on 10 metres? Nothing on 10 metres. What a shame. Right, leave that on there. There's something there. Right, what we're gonna have a sip of tea. Right, we're just getting settled in here. Right, what am I doing? Oh yeah. Let's get these values working and this one. Okay. So we want us. I suppose we ought to get. Leave that for a minute. I want to get that one working. So these settings, they're sort of global. So we've got our AF game text block or volume. So it should be non-hit test visible false, that's right. Okay, so we've positioned it on the last live stream. Oh, I've got to move those other two. Yeah, so let's find them. They're somewhere around with this one, aren't they? Let's go up like that. Give us some space. So we've got the band and the user mode, but there's also two others somewhere. Don't know where. I've lost the position of them, so they are probably be at the top somewhere. It's getting quite big, this thing now. Why have I got a bit of row code in there? Let's get rid of that. I don't need that anymore. Right, so rig canvas. We've got to find the speed and the span dialogue, or whatever they call it. Let's find those two and get them in a position where we can see them. At the minute they're not lit up. Right, I've got to find it. Finding it is a thing. All this code, one wrong character and it all breaks. Transceiver border. No, keep going, Dave. I've got to be careful I don't miss it. So I'm looking for speed and span. That's the function. What we should do is put this in a somehow in a collapsed state if we're not, so save us looking through it all. That's the function menu. So I've got a border here doing naught. What's that doing? Obviously a placeholder for some. Oh no, I know what it is. It's the function border. There was nothing in it, so I better leave that alone. Yeah, I better leave that alone. Right, so I still haven't found the speed. Ah, it's in the waterfall menu. That's what it is. The span pop-up with border, because it is to do with. But you might want to bring that up anyway. Yeah, because these are still not user controlled, so they're actually programmed in. So they need to be converted to a user control, really. But not today. So let's have a look. So it's visibility hidden. Let's just make it visible for a minute. There it is, because we need to bring it up. It's in the way of the buttons, so we need to set its top value. Right, I need to bring that down now so I can see the radio. Gracias. Oh, it's a lovely breeze today. Fantastic. Totally different day. It's been trying to kill us all week, this weather. Trying to put me out of everyone else's misery. Yeah. I still haven't worked out why when I make these visible they don't appear, but they are user controls now. They're different. Right, we need to just change that. So how can I, if that one's in the way? I know. I'll just bring it up slightly higher. So let's go to -10. Okay, we'll go -100. Okay, then we'll slowly come down. There it is, just popping behind the mode there. So we'll come down, I don't know, 1.6, still there, 1.4, 1.3, 1.2, 1.1, no change at 1.1, 1.2, another change, 1.3, 1.2. There we go. So we've done that one. Visibility hidden. So now we need to do the, not the span pop-up, we need the speed pop-up. Here it is. Speed pop-up. So I need to make that visible so we can bring it to the right height. Did I check the audio? I think so. Not the span pop-up. Yeah. So let's do the same. If I can remember the other one, I don't know. -20. Actually, we could probably centre that down a bit, but we'll leave it where it is. There we go. We'll leave it like that. Right. So them are out the way. They're out the way of the buttons. They're done. They will need to be converted to user controls at some point, but not today. Yeah, and these I still haven't worked out why I can't get rid of these. I need to make these invisible. So if I set the visibility to hidden, and also the band visibility to hidden, clears up the screen so I can see what the hell's going on. But when I run it, I can't actually bring them in. It won't let me bring them in, so I need to cure that really. I know it's going off on a tangent, but it's got to be done. So I'll go to the main one. Oh, that boot up needs to do the cycling of the screen like the Amiga, and colour coding testing. So that's got to be done. Now let's try and see if we can bring up speed. Oh, we can bring up speed. It's not in the way of this anymore. Let's just check. Yeah, that's fine. And span. Yeah, span's not in the way. We can Yeah, click that, that's fine. So, band, now it's probably not going to show. See, I've clicked it, it's not showing the band. Now click this one, it's not showing anything. Because there's some weird glitch, I don't know what it is. They have to appear, it's strange that is. Ah, I think I know what it might be. I'm setting its opacity to 0 during the fade out, but I'm making it hidden. So what I need to do is find all references. Well, let's find in files. Right, let's have a look down here. Okay, so here it is, visibility hidden. So that's what we're in. Main window, startup. So it's making it hidden there. Right, so they are hidden, and it was doing that before, and I've just made them hidden. So they're both hidden. So what is the problem? Main window border. Mode user control. Right. So what that was? Oh, there's a bit of breeze coming through now. So mode user control, right, and that's setting the border visibility. Yeah, we need to make the whole thing. So we're making the border visible, but not the mode user control there. But there's the problem. So we just need to make, yeah, because we've refactored it, and that explains why. Let's just try it. Just do the controls themselves. Okay, so there's the hidden bits. We'll try that. Then we've got to go to the bit that brings it back. We're still doing border visibility. So let's change the visibility. Maybe this is going to mess it up. Okay. Is that it? Let's have a look. Oh, fade out the border. So what we want to do is fade out the control, not the border, but that's a border. Yeah, we might have to alter that. Right, let's see what happens. I might have to mess around with that. Right, so if I go like that and I go band, nothing's coming up. Mode. Oh, got mode this time. That's good. So that worked. Oh, it's gone away now. Yeah, because it's faded the border out, so I need to change that. Yeah, because we used to deal with it within the main window as non-user control. So the fade out the border it needs to be something else now. It needs to be not the border. It needs to fade out the user control. So So right, so that's better. So but we haven't done the same thing to the band. This is only the mode, so that's why the mode's working and not the other thing. So what I need to do, this routine here, we need to have a look at that. Go to the definition. It's fading out the border. It wants to see a border. Border window, right. Yeah, so we're fading the border out. We don't want to do that, but we still need to use this to fade the other ones out in the meantime, so I'm going to have to create a new one, an overload for it perhaps. It doesn't like that because it's the same. So we first need to determine what it is we're fading out, and it's the can't do it by name, so we've defined something that's a user control now. So we'd have to bring in the user control. Here it is. Here's the user control for the mode. So let's have a look at the XAML. So it's a border. It is a border, it's just we've called it the mode window border. So we've got two variables for the same thing basically. I'm not sure we need that one anymore, that variable. not now we're doing it in a user control. So I need to reference it from its other name. Let's see if we can't do it so we just send the user control in instead of the border. It won't like that because it's expecting a user control to a border. So we're going to have to create this new one. Let's fade out border control window. So fade out user control, and the control needs to be T, really. Could be anything, or a base value. I tell you what, we could do it off UI control, UI element, UIV. Okay, we'll do it that way. Begin animation on the UI element and set its visibility. So I should be able to use this for everything now. Get rid of the other one. Right, let's try it. So we need to change this one to that one. Okay. So that should do. Now we need to find all references to this. Sorry, this. Not that, no. Sorry, not that. All references to... Where are you? This. Well, we can easily do that just by deleting that. Building it, see if it shakes its stick at us. No, build failed. Build failed, so where's the error? mode does not exist in the current context. So here we go. We've still got a mode, window, canvas. So all we got to do is change that and tell it it's this instead of. So fade out this. Okay. Because this is this. It is the thing. Let's see if it argues about anything else. Build succeeded. Let's have a look. We're working. The brain is working today. This morning. Took me a while last night to get it working in the heat. Right. So we bring up the mode. We select the mode. Yeah. Fades it out. Brilliant. Alright, so this one won't work. We can't bring that up, so we're going to need to do the same with that one. Okay, let's do that one. So now we need to look at the other user control. In fact, I can close that now. And that one. And we need to bring up band user control. Well, let's get rid of this first. That was a remnant from when it used to be just straight into the main window. I probably don't need to worry about visibility anymore there, but I'll leave it for now. I'll tidy that up another day, which will probably never get done. Right, so we're okay then. If I compile now, it's going to complain. Well, you're using the compiler errors to get us to the right place. So we know we've just got to get rid of that. That. We don't need to worry because we know we've proved it works. So we're already on a fade out the user control. There we go. And we've got one more left here in the actual user control. So we need to do fade out and this. There we go. That wasn't too bad, pretty painless. Let's build it again. It's amazing what a bit of cool air flowing through does, isn't it? Yeah, 50 episodes so far, of about 3 hours each. Some of 5 hours, 6 hours. Yeah, some were over the top. So mode, we got the band. And it's fading out. That's great. It animates the fade out so it doesn't just go all of a sudden. I've got my tuner just clicked in there. I need a tuner thing to detect whether it's on. Okay, so we're okay. Yeah, we sorted that out. So in the main mode here, waterfall, these need to not be scan. That needs to be in station scope only. Anyway, we need to get these functioning now, and this one. We've got yet to add a load of filters here, noise filters. There's a load of work there to do. We've still got to implement all this stuff here. Well, whatever we can. And so when we're on watts, and we can change the watts, not interacting with the actual watts. This one does. Oh, not in that mode. In filters it doesn't. If you go back to the main waterfall, that's where it does it. So we can, it's easy to make it do it. It's just while I'm doing actually it doesn't matter now, does it? Because it can do it in every mode. So I've changed the way it does it. It can just do all of this stuff in every mode, and when I do a station sweep or a scope, you can't hear anything because the antenna's not on. So let's try again. Right. Yeah, so it stops it. It has the ability to stop it. So when it finishes scan, it'll turn the send back on. I won't touch it. I'm not touching it. And as soon as it gets to, yeah, it's turned it back on. So I really don't need to turn this mode on and off. So we could sort that out as well. Right, so we finished with this band. And that one, that's finished with. And the animation, oh, are we using this fade? I don't know if we're using that one anymore. Let's try it. Yeah, we're still using that at the minute. On span pop-up. Yeah, so we've got to make those span and speed into a user control at some point. But for now, we'll just get rid of it out of there. Alright, that's fine. So mode event args, we can get rid of that off the screen. And the mapper. And oh, that mapper can go as well. Rig states, we probably would need that still. Radio mode can go. So rig state, this needs sorting out. But at the minute we don't need it at this stage. So right, so what we need now, yeah, cat control. So what we're doing, we've got a send loop. Here it is. Where's it gone? An outgoing data loop. Now, depending on what mode we're in, we're doing main waterfall, but really we ought to do that in every mode anyway. Let's just do that in every mode and do specific things that need to be done in the other modes. So in order to do that, we need to switch it, because when we do something like a scan, we switch off the outgoing data loop anyway. So I'm going to move that over to here, so it always does it. Always does it. We don't need to do it there, so let's come out of there. And when we're in boot up, we're sending the ID command, but we don't want to do that every time. It's only when it's booting up. Main waterfall, we're not doing anything there anymore. So while not scanning, we're sending the we send, if the main window station is scanning, it's not scanning, then yeah. But we don't need that no more because that's done over here. So we could take that out. Noise filters, sending, we don't need that one either. So all that can come out of there. So at the minute we've got a placeholder if we want to do anything else cat wise, but at the minute we don't need to do anything there. Okay, that's simplified that a bit. So on boot up we want to do an ID check, and we want to do some other stuff as well, but okay, so the outgoing data loop is all the same, so we've probably fixed a lot of stuff, as long as this one is switched off when we're doing anything like sweeping or scanning. Okay, let's see if we haven't broke it. So there's your boot up. So we've got that mode. Let's just go to another mode. So all this should be going on still. So if I change that to lower, it's changed but not on the screen. So that main thing is not getting implemented. Right, so we need to have a look at this main outgoing data loop. Yeah, so while not active sweep, so we're not sweeping, so it's doing all that, but it doesn't do in mode, is it? Switching the packet, so it should be doing it, but it's not. Why not? So while the waterfall active sweep, it's not active, do this. So it wasn't active. See what else we've got going on. Transceiver state. So right, if the scope is off, true, so it's not doing that. Check access. So while scope on off, where's that being set? Find all references. Okay, so toggle sweep on off. Okay, that follows it there. Okay, so that's not it. So it's doing it does a sweep. Yeah. So I don't know why it didn't update that thing. Something not quite right. Let's try it again. I don't know. Try and work out why. So we're in this mode, we can change the mode. It's not change. Oh, it's not actually changing, is it? So it's not doing that thing that I just pasted. So that begs the question why. Ah, I know why. So that was the outgoing data loop, but the incoming data loop is not doing it, that's why. We also need to move the incoming one. Yeah, it's only doing the main there, so we also need to do that one. Yeah, so we need to, yeah, need to cut that out of there, bring it up into the incoming data, so it does it all the time. Not part of the switch statement, so all the time it does main. So we don't need that there. Station scope, set the frequency. We no longer need to set the frequency. If it's not scanning, set the frequency. Large frequency display, I don't think we need that anymore. Let's just comment it out. Noise filters, we don't need that because we're doing it up top all the time now. So simplified the code a bit. Right, okay, that should do the trick. So now it can respond to anything. And if it's in boot up mode, because when you send it, you've got to be able to receive it in the same mode as well. Right, that should do it. Let's give it a go. Should be able to do in every mode there is, every display mode, the same thing. Right. Yeah, that's changing. And should be able to do band change as well. Yeah. And the watts will work 10 watts, 30 watts. Okay, now we change to a different mode. Now this will need to turn off the main interaction while it's scanning. We've still got 65 frames a second. The send is on at the minute. As soon as I do a sweep, it'll turn it off. Back on again. That's only so it doesn't. We want the fastest sweep we can do, and the same with station scope. So let's just see if we can still change that. Yeah, that's good. It's all coming together slowly. We need to be able to click that and change the wattage at some point, but that's not part of the thing at the minute. So yeah, it's updating everything. And the meters will be updated as well. So if I alter the RF gain, that's got to be tied in with a value. Then there's the value, the volume. So do a scope. So that send should go off when I click this. Yeah. So now these won't be getting updated. The only thing that gets updated is the frequency, which is getting done from the station scope info. Anyway, I'll turn that off. Let's go back to let's do a sweep as well. You won't see it, but let's see if we can do a sweep. So it sends the send off, back on again. Okay, so that we've done a great thing there. We've made every mode do this bit here. So you've got all this activity here. So it should even do the transmission as well. Let's just try it. We're on 5 watt. So it should automatically, whichever mode we're doing, do the meter, and it should change that as well. Here we go. G7UIV test only. G7UIV test only. Yeah, did it on that mode. So let's try the next one. Station scope. G7UIV test only. Next one. Noise filters. G7UIV test only. G7UIV test only. Yeah, so G7UIV test. Right. So that's okay, that covers every mode. So it's only this bit here. Oh, I'm on RF power, so that's why it's not altering it. Switch into level. Do a sweep. I'm altering the level. Now you can switch it on, so I can go right up. Every 15 seconds it'll sweep. We need to create an idle thing on it. So if I leave it idle, it can go more rapidly. Like it's doing it every 15 seconds. So if we're interacting with it, at the minute it'll go ahead and do it anyway. Like if I start dragging, and I can't stop it, so I need to cancel it. So we need to be able to cancel it. What happens if we switch it off, I wonder, when it's going? Oh, it switches it off for you. Yeah, we've got to stop it being able to be switched on. I didn't see that go off then. Didn't see the oh, that's just a toggle switch. So it's a send. You can turn the send off. You've got all the commands being sent 65, 64 times a second. Every cat command, it's dealing with 64 times a second. This looks slower, but it's streaming this all the way down here. Anyway, so we can change the span, lower the span, do a sweep. speed doesn't do anything yet. So we could use them to interact. It's the speed on the display, so it'll do it, but it won't do anything. Expand doesn't do anything yet, so let's get these values working now. So that one's actually working, isn't it? That's updating. Only the level. So we're switching to RF power. Switch it back. It's changing it there, but it's not altering the RF power there because we haven't told you to do that yet. So I wanted, the thumbnail says AF and RF gain value labels and tidy up. So let's get these two doing the business. So when I drag, and let go, it shows you. And this one, that's the AF sound. Yeah. So we've got these two things we can interact with. They need to change value, so they need to represent whatever the RF. That should be easy enough to do. Let's just mute that. Let's find that in the info. Right, so what we want to do now is we've got to locate that bit of the code. So we can do it from the main window. So when we're interacting with it down here, mouse wheel or drag, let's go on the mouse wheel for now. Right, here we go. So if we're in function menu, then we do this, else if we're in the waterfall, we do that. Do scroll based on cursor mode. Right, okay. Do a scroll based on cursor mode. What's that doing now? Oh, this is some copied code, yeah, from the function menu. So we now need to, this boilerplate code we pasted in when we set up the AF gain needs to now not do this and not change the function menu. It's still doing that at the minute. If we preview the mouse wheel, simplify the movement. So I don't think we need, yeah, we do need that. That's part of the animation, I think. Right, let's just switch over to the radio. See if we can find anyone to listen to. Any strong power? I'll find someone with a strong signal. Go on, 40 meters.
This is a Golf Bravo 198 Lima Whiskey. Golf Bravo 198 Lima Whiskey, calling CQ and bye.
Okay, wonder where he is. Never mind, that's on the FT891S GB.
Lima Whiskey, Golf Bravo 198 Lima Whiskey, calling CQ and bye.
Yeah, we could have a look, but he's not got his own call sign. He's doing a club call or something like that. GB.
Foxtrot 5 Lima Whiskey.
Right, so we need to clear out this area. So at the minute, Delta... So where's it doing the volume? Oh, apply knob 4. Yeah, AF gate. Yeah, it's setting the volume and sending the command to alter the gain. Okay, so that can stay the same. So in the apply knob for Delta, that's where we need to set the label. So that's the current Delta. Okay. So we need to find out. I'm sending the current delay. Okay, that's our variable we need to track, but that is probably the wrong variable to track because we've got a global variable in the rig state, wherever rig state is. Yeah, rig state, we'll have an AF control for it. I've got one for mode, got one for band, watts, tone, right, must be at the top somewhere. What are we looking for? Can't remember now. What are we actually looking for? Volume, AF gain. Somewhere there will be an AF gain. Right, ARF gain. Mic gain. Where's your AF gain? I must have took it off. Yeah, so we want to keep them all in one place so we can stream them out. So here's your audio section. Volume level, how they've called it, volume level. Find all references, not being used, so we're going to change that to AF gain. Okay, and we're going to use that as the value instead of the other one. So it's using this variable. So we want to use the global variable. So we need to set it to. We need to find it. So current rig state. Yeah. Dot AF gain. Okay, we're slowly integrating it with the system. That can be gone now. So current rig state AF gain. And then we can integrate the label, which didn't exist previously. Right, let's just build, see if it doesn't like the fact that I've deleted that variable. No, it's okay. I just need to include the label now. I'll set the gain here. So, I need to find that label. That one. Text. AF gain text block. So do we set it before we send the command or after? It doesn't really matter, I suppose. I'll set it before. So text equals AF gain.
interfering with the AM radio I have to have in the shack.
2 string.
Well, I'll wish you a good day and find some good DX and maybe hear later on another band.
Plus, we need on the end of it a. Do we need a value? Volume AF. AF. Okay, that ought to do it. Let's try that.
Lima Whiskey, Golf Bravo, 198 Lima Whiskey, calling CQ and bye.
Okay, so we're in boot up still. We need to go from boot up to, at some point, to there. What was I doing? Oh yeah, volume. It's not currently changing it because... Now it is. It's muted though. Or the RF gain is muted. Oh, we've got no aerial plugged in, hang on. Let's change the band. Let's get this chat we were just listening to back on. 153. Right, he's there, but the... So we could just say volume there. We'll keep it as AF. Now, the problem is with this, it goes very loud quickly. So what we need to do when we load up, we need to set the AF gain. So what we need to do is when we set the volume, I don't think we're ever setting the volume. So it just defaults to being 128, so we need to do we need to somehow apply the volume. Yeah, we can just issue that command, can't we? Surely. And delta, just set it to 0. Let's give that a go. So somewhere in the main setup, at the top of here, initial start up, we need to set the AF gain. So we do it before the start of the loop, or not, don't know. Apply knob, but we won't give it a delta, we'll just send it a 0, which is not the gain, it just means it's going to keep it to where it is. Let's try it, see what happens. Might start at 128, might be really loud, so I'll get ready on the RF gains down. I'm not going to touch it. So if I so we're on 40, I never touched that. I must have set that somewhere. So that's interesting that we started on 40. I must have set that as a default value somewhere. Yeah, 40. It's not a bad place to start. So rig state, did I change it to... Oh, I put it on 50, look. AF gain is 50. So why is it showing me 40? It's showing me 40. Let's have a look. Is it showing me 50 or 40? Showing me 40 because I sent it as 0. So what I don't want then is, let's go to that one. So basically, it's doing a bit of a calculation, isn't it? Yeah, it's ended up scrolling it up one. -10 or +10, that's why. If the delta is greater than 0, it's doing this. If not, it's doing a minus. So all I need to do is if it's a 0, do nothing. So just that, yeah. If it's a 0, do nothing. Just use the value. Proposed value is the AF gain plus the step. Now the step is whatever this is. So yeah, and it doesn't matter that it's 10, but if I save it as 10, so if I save it as 50, I want it to come back as 50. Otherwise, I'll be trying to debug it in the future, thinking what is going on there. So what we want to do is do a little bit of a thing, plus the step. So the delta comes in here. We're not changing the delta directly, so we'll do an override here. We'll basically just do an if the delta y is equal to 0, then step equals 0. Maybe that might stop it working. Might get, if I'm lowering it, it just happens to be 0, it might never let it go. We'll see. Let's just see. We'll have a look. So you start up with 50. Yeah, it's got 50. Can I raise it? Can I lower it? Yeah. When it gets to 0. So we're okay. We're alright. So we need to do the same now with same with the RF gain now. Okay, do exactly the same with the RF gain. So that's this one here, right here. So we probably need to just copy that over to the RF gain step delta. It uses the same function. So instead of using this one, we need the RF gain delta. Find all references. So it's not being used anywhere else. So we need the RF gain setting. Okay, so we need to change this to current rig state dot RF gain. There we go. We're getting this done today, aren't we? We're doing alright. We're doing alright. We're doing okay. So we need to put the label, update the label. Why are we doing that? Just underneath there. It needs to be the RF gain text block. And this needs to be RF gain. And it needs to put RF. Okay, we just need now to go back to the top. Go back to the top here. And just put apply knob 3. There we go. Let's build, shouldn't be any errors. Okay. God, we've achieved in an hour and 10 minutes some good stuff. So 0 RF gain, 50, so it tells you what you're on. So if I scroll, that's going up, RF gain, hang on, that's not working. No, it's not going up. So this one's working. So why would that one work? And that one's staying at 1. Right, we must have missed something out. Let's have a look. What have we done wrong here? Oh, that's going -1 at a time instead of -10. Well, we wanted that because otherwise it jumps up too much. So what our step is making it stick now. Let's just take that out temporarily. Before we're going minus, I don't know. Let's try it. Something I've missed. What have I missed? Plus step. Right, let's just have a look. Try it without. Alright, so we're gonna scroll that. We're stuck at 1. So we can't scroll that anymore. What have we changed? That one works. Right, so something weird. It wasn't that then. It wasn't that, so don't know. Right, so what have we done wrong? Oh, we still got that. Maybe something's still using that. Let's build. No, it's not being used, so speed. What's speed doing there? Oh, yeah. So, what's different between this one? AF gain, RF gain, RG, set the RF gain. Yeah. I know what it is. The cat command is set in, yeah, it's the cat command now. The RF gain cat command is set in the wrong variable because I've just changed. I must have put it in there. So let's find the RG. Oh, no, it is actually set in the RF gain. So it is doing the right thing. Okay. That's fine. So, there's something not quite right. Let's have a look through it. Apply knob input 3. So let's go to RF gain. Here it is. Mouse wheel. Go to the definition. Here's the preview of the mouse wheel. So input 3. Doing the delta. This doesn't need to be in there. We're gonna have to take that out at some point. That's your click event. Oh, it's simplify the movement. Preview mouse down. Last knob update time 3. Preview the mouse move. Apply input 3. Process the knob rotation. Simplify the movement. Preview mouse up. RF gain canvas. RF gain, so that blanks it. Maybe last RF gain sets it to 0. Sets the last one. Right. All looks okay. So something different in here. What's different? The only thing that's different between 10 and plus 10 and minus 10. We're clamping it there. Are we clamping it on this one? Yeah. Doing a maths clamp. Plus step. Oh. Propose plus step. Hang on. Int propose value equals plus step. No, that's not going to work. There's something missing from there. Look. Yeah, we've missed this. That's what's happened. Must have deleted it and not put it in. Yeah, there's the problem. Let's just welcome a visitor. We'll try and welcome everyone in. If it's still there. Yeah. So welcome to the live stream, Cali 4 and yeah. What is the problem? Is it not adding step to propose? Yes. You've got it there. I've just seen your messages. Try changing the syntax. Yeah, that was a bit typo in there, wasn't it? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I've just read your answer, which I wish I'd have noticed you a bit earlier. Yeah, because that's the... I actually had a space there, so I must have, I don't know, gone off it. Right, let's try that. Let's see if that is now cured the problem. Welcome to the stream. Right, so we're going on here, and... oh, there you go. It's not changing anything. Right, so it's changing the value, but it's not altering this. There is a mute setting. That's weird, isn't it? So I'm obviously not sending the data out. Right, so current rig RF gain. Right, what am I doing wrong now? So we're clamping it. That text is changing, but it's not sending it out. That's weird as hell. That is very strange. So let's try it again. Not quite sure what's going on there. It's changing the label. The command is directly being affected by So we go on here, it says it's RF 100. Let's try pushing that up. No, it's not affecting it. When I click it, it's supposed to make it go to 0. So it's altering the value, but this is not changing. Let's change it manually on the radio. No, it's not sending that command out. Right, I think I saw a question mark down here. So it's not liking the format probably if it's a question mark. Let's try it again, and I'll turn off the outgoing loop. Right, so I'll turn off the outgoing loop, and I will alter this. Ah, there, it's replying. Look, the radio's replying with a question mark, which it doesn't like the format. Alright, okay. So something slightly amiss here. Hang on. How are we doing this one? Oh, we're sending that one. That one's working. So, AG, yeah. And right, that's a weird one. So we're gonna have to check the cat command for AG to make sure it's the same as audio. Right, where have we got audio? Yeah, these two should be exactly the same. Yeah, everything looks good. 3 parameters. Yeah, it's been working before, so it must be right. So the only other thing is the rig state. It's the same as the RF gain. I don't get it. That's a weird one. I like the weird ones. Oh yeah, we do like the weird ones. So it might be the step now. Yeah. So hang on. Where's that value gone? Let's try and analyse it. So I'm telling it RG0102 and it's coming up question mark. Doesn't like what I'm trying to tell it. Another weirdest thing. So what I'll do is I'll just give it a value of 102 directly, see what is going on. Okay, I'll stop this end. Yeah, it's still coming back with a question mark. Okay, let's give it a 0. It's expecting a int. That's a weird one on me. Hang on, let's look down here. 0, yeah. Yeah, should be alright. Actually, you wouldn't believe this. I'm getting cold. What is going on with the weather? Oh, I've got my slippers. Let me put my slippers on. There you go. It's your feet that are getting cold now. Strange things happen when you get to 60. Right. So I stop the send and RG. This is not even answering me now. Hey. So it's not answering me. I don't know why it's not answering me. Why the radio not answering me? I'm sending the 0 value. Right, let's have a look at the cat command for it. Right, FT891 cat command for RG. Right, RF gain. Yeah, it's definitely right. So when I send out the cat command, it's sending, yeah, it's exactly right. It's no longer answering me. Isn't that the weirdest thing? Right. It's no longer answering me. Let's turn that, let's just turn it up. And stop it. Go back up the list. See if it, here it is, 195. Okay, so that worked then. I've asked him for it and it's come back with 195. But that's not the one I set because I set it to 0. Hang on, let's do it again. So we'll go here and I'll click it. RG100. It's not liking it. So it doesn't like the fact. I don't know what's wrong with that. RF gain 0, 100. It shouldn't be coming back with a question mark. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. That is the right format for it. Why should it answer with a question mark? So, well, let's turn the radio off and turn it back on again. Right, let's try it again. I'll click it once. It's not answering at all now. Oh, double question mark. Right, I don't know. That's a weird thing, isn't it? It's expecting its values. Well, it was working before I changed the value here. Oh. Let's just take that out a minute. I don't see how that can do it. The label's changing. And we've got to put that variable back in there. Turn it off. Oh. That's the wrong one. Turn that one off. Still doesn't like the value. So it's not answering me. Okay, let's put this variable back in here. Why does AF work and not that one? New objects. Tell you what, we'll temporary change. We'll temporary change. We'll copy that into here. And we'll just block that one out a minute, and we'll put that into here. See if it works. See if it alters. Yeah, see if it alters it. See if it likes the setting now. That's a weird one. Turn that off. No, still not liking it. Okay. Let's just change the mode. And that one. No. It's almost like the cat command is somehow corrupt. Right. Okay, I think the code was okay, so let's put it back. Put that back here. I've got to, because the thing's changing. Yeah, so put that back as well. The code's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the radio off. I'm going to unplug the USB cable. I'm going to plug the USB cable back in. Put the radio back on. Try the whole thing again. There we go. It's doing strange stuff. It's got the right value going to it. Right, so we'll turn it off. Set the gain. No, still answering with something it doesn't like. Isn't that the strangest? It was working fine before. Oh, started working. That's not changing that. Oh. Oh, it's sending it out, but it's ignoring the values. It's actually altering it. What the strangest thing. So it's okay until it gets up to, hang on, send. Right, so let's have a look at the RF gain, RG, where is it? Yeah, it beats me to it. So it's ignoring it at certain points. Well, that's a weird one on me. All I did was change the variable here. Okay, so let's find all references to this. Two string. We're waiting for it. Console right line. Rig state 2 string. No, I don't know what that is. Right, I have no clue. Let's change the... stop it doing this. See if that's got anything to do with it. Seemed to work alright before I did a few changes. Right. Now I can see it's still refusing it. So it does certain things. Let's have a look at the cat command again. Where's it gone? Right. Oh, 0 to 30. Okay. So there's the problem. It can only go to 30. I missed that. So the AF gain. Where's the AF gain? AG. Oh, it can go to 255. That's why. When you had the datasheet up before, it had... yeah. Oh. Sent from my iPhone. How you doing? Welcome. Who knew that Yaesu would change the AF and the RF gain? That's a weird. Welcome to the live stream sent from my iPhone. Yeah, bloody weird. I don't know whether the person who... so no wonder I was getting the RF gain. No, it was okay. So the maths clamp is wrong. So there you go. We got to the bottom of it. We got to the bottom of it. So what we're going to have to change our cat control for the RG. It's expecting a 3-digit thing for parameter 2, so that is right, but there's no clamp on it here, so we're going to have to set our own clamp. Alright, so they've done it in a weird way. So we're doing a clamp of 255, so we need to set that to 30. Okay, will that sort it out? Who knows? And we're doing a step of 1. We've got a speed of 2, so right, so let's try that then. That's a weird one. Yeah, caught out by the detail, not looking at the detail. So I had it all working. So why is it so low now? Click it, it toggles the audio off. Click it again, it's on. Click once, it turns it off, but it's not updated the label. Because it's not changing the actual setting. Let's click it again. It's on full. So yeah, we're okay. That's it. We're okay. So we're dealing with actual yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? It's a weird one. So when I toggle this one, actually it's not updating that one either. That's because we haven't told it to. So I just need to put that in the other bits to do with the RF gain. So let's do the RF gain first. And you're working too much on it, look at it from the start. Yeah. Yeah. How you doing, Andy? You okay? Hope you've cooled down. Have you cooled down in Gosport, mate? You cooled down. Summit's on the air. 14550. Okay. 14550. Summit's on the air. We'll have a listen to him. Right. Yeah, so let's go to the definition. So we've got different stuff. So it's the mouse click, isn't it? We want RF gain click. Mouse down. Is that the mouse down? No. Mouse move. Mouse up. I think it's done. Yeah, it's this one here. Right. No, it's not that one. Preview mouse up. Here it is. Yeah, so we set it to 0. Oh, we're setting the gain to 0. And then we're setting it back. So, we're not updating the label in between time. That's why. So when we set it to 0, in fact, I could just go straight into there, couldn't it? We don't need the cat manager on that either. Oh, we do. We do. Right, so we just need to update the label. Or have a central place we update the label at some point. Right, that should do it. Alright, let's have another go. You're working too much on it. Look at it from the start. Yeah. Start of the first episode. Yeah, 50 of them now, isn't there? Right, let's have a look. Oh, still coming up 30. That's weird. So it's not reflecting it. Preview mouse up. RF gain 2 string. It should have gone to 0. Maybe it's not doing these. It's not catching it on here, maybe. Right, so I go. Yeah, it's into there. It's into that one. Right. Oh. So why wouldn't it change then? So we're setting the RF gain to. Oh, that's funny. Look at that. We've got a current radio state, and then we've got this one. We've got 2 different ones going on. Right, that's weird as hell, isn't it? Look at that. How can that find it and that one can't? That's the weirdest thing ever. It's not cat manager. Oh, it might be. Yeah, it might be cat manager. So where's that one? Go to the definition. Right, hang on. Let's go back. Current rig state, go to the definition. So we're in main window, current rig state. Have we got this twice? I think we've got this twice. Yeah, we've got it twice. I'm sure we got it in here as well. Current radio state. We've got current radio state, and we've got main window rig state. So we've got two different things going on here. Attention to detail. Right, find all references. How many of them? We've got 37. So rig state, and then we've got radio state. Go to the definition. Ah, this is the one. We've got two lots going on here. Two different systems going on. Yeah, we need to get rid of the one. Power watts. Which one are we using? Yeah, we've got, I think, are we using that one? Yeah, never duplicate data. Golden top thing with programming. Never have two things doing the same thing. 28, there's 28 doing that. So we've got a total integration, so we need to lose one. Which one are we going to use? I think we're going to have to keep this one. So we'll keep radio state. That means we've got to get rid of rig state. So one of them's going to have to go. There we go. So we're going to get a lot of errors until we've sorted them out. But it needs to be done. Can't duplicate data. Right, so rig state equals a new rig state. Power watts. So we need to change that. So it's a static one, so we need to do FT cat control dot current rig state. It's not liking it. Does not exist, so it's not the right one. So, oh, it's there, that manager. Right, okay. Right, it's not current rig state, it's current radio state. Yeah, well, we're doing what we said on the thumbnail anyway. And it won't like this because it needs a new radio state. Well, we don't need to do it there, we're doing it elsewhere. But we need to set the watts, so we'll get rid of rig state. And we'll just go. No. Hang on. FT891 cat control dot current radio state. Cat manager. It's the wrong one. We've ended up with a bit of a mess, but we'll sort it out. If I can keep the mouse still. Right, okay. RF power text block. Oh, it's gone. The mouse is doing its own thing at the minute. Okay, let's sorted that out. That's one down, 35 to go. So I need to keep that there. Right, current rig state, proposed value. Okay. Right, that's so far, so 31 left. Okay. Now the AF gain. We could just go ahead and find a replace, but my experience that sometimes does something unexpected. And causes you more grief. What is going on here? Don't know what's going on there with all that lot, I'm sure. Sure we can simplify that, but anyway, leave it as it for now. Oh, we're done. Right. So we've got this rig state, which we don't need anymore. Is there anything else on it? This is what... No. Nothing. Right, so this is going to be scrapped now. This whole thing can be got rid of. Oh, what about these? Oh, we're using that, so we can just delete the rest of it for now. So we've just got a few E numbers. That's not being used. Tone mode, I'm sure these aren't being used. It's just I didn't create this. This was created by AI. While we were doing some experimenting. Right, so we're still using these. So we need to get rid of this. Right, let's just delete the whole thing. Let's get rid of rig states. Delete the file itself. So I've deleted the thing. It's gonna have a few problems now. 19 problems. Okay. Oh, easy ones. Right, so we're gonna have to change that to current radio state. We don't have one called frequency locations. Yeah. Current radio state doesn't have a, let's have a look. RX, main RX, don't know what that is. VFO, VFO-A frequency. So we use it there anyway. Oh, it needs to see a location. It needs a location, so we've broken it really. But there's your location. So your memory slot is your location. Right, so my function there, slightly weird. Go to the definition. Memory slot and the frequency's location. In the memory slot. Okay, isn't that the same thing? It's the same thing, I think. So, radio state, memory slot. Oh, we don't have a radio state. Oh, it was rig state we got rid of, so we got a radio state. That's a bit of a mess. So, can't do that because we've got rid of the struct for it. That's fine. Set the frequency. So we need to, yeah. I think we'll do it off a memory slot. So we'll just do it off memory slot. And then we can do it off memory slots dot VFO A. Okay. And then we do the same here. VFOB. Okay, is that it? Looks alright to me, so we no longer need that there. Okay. No overload, so we just need to take out this one here and remove some of this stuff. The thumbnail does say we're tidying it up. General tidy up, so yeah, we're doing it. AF and RF gain, yeah, so it's all part of the same. It's all part of the plan at the minute. It's all part of the plan. Right, that needs to come out of there. Right, oh, we've got another one we need to alter. Different function that does something else. Oh, one actually sends the frequency, one just updates the UI. That's the difference. I've given it a memory slot location so we can stream the whole thing out to a database at some point. When we close the program, we can stream it out to a database. We don't need that anymore. Okay. Alright, so we've got now, that needs to come out of there. And so does that. Rig state, we don't have anything called rig state. So rig state equals a new rig state. Station seek. So what do we do with that? Right, so we no longer have a rig state for that program. So we need a radio state, or whatever we're using now. We're using a radio state. Yeah. Okay, so just change that for radio state equals a new radio state. There's no such thing anymore, so it's VFOA frequency equals station seek active list S meter. Right, so there's no S meter value reading, so we need to change it to, so we're going to actually break our station scope, but we have no choice. Radio state. Oh, this wants not radio state to be passed in, so I'm going to have to alter that as well. Now the S meter, so signal strength, so a radio state. Shit, have I just broke something? Might have broke something here. So we got rid of rig state, so we totally got rid of rig state. Should be alright. We'll make it work somehow. So what we need to find is in radio state the one for signal meter. Is there one called for signal meter? Time we got? Yeah, knock it on the head in a little while. Active meter type, RF gain, radio ID, active meter type. No, so I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll just create one then. We'll create one and we'll call it S meter. It's a good thing about making your own software, you can just create one. I'll just put it down here. Public. What is it? I have to look in. It's, I just deleted the old file. I can't remember what it was. I can find out from this function here. It's a rig state. I got to go to that definition. Radio state radio state. Station C class, it's looking peak. Signal strength is an int, that's fine. So VFO A. So I need to go back to this. It's an int S meter get set Okay. Right, okay. So for each radio state in, right, so this is the wrong kind of thing now. Go to the definition. Rig state's got to be radio state now. It'll still work. I created it, I should be able to debug it and change things. Alright. VFO. It's not doing it. VFO 8 frequency. Mode. Doesn't know what mode is. Oh, it's called operating mode, that's why. Right, get rid of that out of there. Frequency location. Ah, we've got more going on here. Memory slot. That's okay, it's tying it in better. It's making more sense because we're building it up as we're going along here. So, memory slots dot VFO8. We're just making it up as we're going along. Okay, so we don't need that no more. Memory slot index. Okay, is that good? Okay. Radio states. Right, so that comes out of there. That comes out of there. So does that. I fancy a fry up coming on. A fry up. Get a fry up. We're getting there. The errors are coming down in size, look. And these are probably just... Oh, I've got 10 more errors now. Get frequencies, no such thing. Or is there? Okay. Yeah, we're doing it via a memory slot now. So we've got a memory slot with a variable in it, which we're using. So the memory slot is in a dictionary with a variable that goes in. So we'll see. We'll see if we broke the operation. Might have done. Might have broke it. We've got to break it to fix it. Oops, what happened? Okay. Well, there's stuff everywhere, isn't there? Shit, me. I remember that film. Django, is it? Yeah, Django. Is it Jenga? Yeah. Okay, so we've got add new rig state to list of radio state. Right, so that needed to be a big R. And this needs to be VFO A frequency. Okay, all the errors gone, have they? I don't believe it. Let's just build it again. Right, rig state. Still got some more. Is that the lot? Do we believe it this time? I think so. Give it another compile. Yeah, we're good. Right, will it work? No, I don't know. Let's just try it. Will it work? Right. So we've got 0 and 0. So that's not right. Oh, probably is actually. Yeah, because we set it. Right, so if we scroll this one up. Right, you can't hear nothing because the AF gain's down. Ah, it's working a treat, isn't it? Let's see if it can scroll. It doesn't actually show you that while it's blurring it out. Which is just one of those things. Might have to sort that out. So that one shows you while you're scrolling. That one doesn't. Or is it because it's going behind? So yeah, that one's staying. So why is that one going? So we need to make that change. Okay, so what about the scope? Let's make sure we can still scan. Yeah, we're still able to scan. Let's see if we can still sweep. Change the value, yeah. Alright, okay, span. So I've got to change this frequency, this label for this type. Oh, we've got to click. Oh, scroll mouse wheel over there to change each digit. That should be fairly easy to implement, seeing as we've used a user control for each digit. Yeah, but not today. Not today. So let's get that one. Yeah, because when you scroll or do that, it's disappearing. Now this one, I can scroll and drag, and it doesn't disappear. So that's got to be a Z issue. Let's get rid of some of the stuff. Okay, so my Z issue, let's get that one, a Z issue, sorted out. What's it doing? Right, so I can, what's going on here? Okay. What's that doing there? Oh. Don't know what's going on here. What's that? Why have I got something there? Canvas. What's that? What is that? A rig canvas. Why is that suddenly ajar? So we've got a canvas, height and width. Don't know what that's doing there. Okay, that's a weird one. I ain't got a clue what that's doing. Not why it's sat over like that either. Background pink. Okay, so that's not the one. That's right, so it's not that one. So this one, what is this one? Oh, that's that the mouse down. Okay. No, I'm still looking at the wrong one. So, whatever that is, I can't seem to find it. It's part of this, isn't it? Rig canvas. So that's part of this skin now. Didn't we just do that one? So I don't know what this blue line is. It's not there now. Glitch maybe? A Visual Studio glitch. So I can't get to these things. I used to be able to get to these. It's got to be a Visual Studio glitch, hasn't it? So let's close the editor and open it again. It's gone a bit nuts. Gone a bit nuts. Can't get to these things. Alright. Okay, let's assume it's a glitch. Yeah, I can get to it now, look. And I can get to that one. So that's a Visual Studio glitch, wasn't it? So I've got the no Z thing on it. So we probably need a Z on it. That one seems okay because it's probably on top of there. Now this one, RF gain. So we've got the blur canvas after the text block. Now if we go here, oh, we got that one there as well. It's blur canvas. Right, so I don't know why that's suddenly behind the other one. Ah, this might be because this one's on top of that one. Maybe. So we can correct it by just telling it to do a Z panel or a panel. Z index is 1. Okay, hopefully that'll sort it out. Let's have another go at it. Let's see if it updates it now. Who knows? Maybe not. No, still disappearing. That one's staying. That one's staying. Well, I haven't told you to do the scrolling, but this one is disappearing. That's a weird one. Let's try and work out what is different about the two. So the AF gain, right, let's do the AF gain first. Let's go down here. Right, so we'll have a look at these. So the AF gain's okay, and when it's doing the label, we're not actually adjusting the label there at all. In that one, maybe that's, yeah. So this bit is the preview mouse up. Let's go to the RF gain one. Preview mouse up, here it is. So we've put the label in there, and we weren't doing that before. Right, we're not doing that on the AF gain. So if we go to preview, that's RF gain, preview mouse up. We go back down to AF gain, preview mouse up. We're not updating the label there. Where are we updating the label? So we're not doing it there. Okay. If we're not doing that one there, then we don't need to do it on our one. I'll copy it and then cut it and take that one off there. Okay. Let's just have a look at this one again. There it is. So we're setting the last one, we're doing almost the same thing. Okay. So let's just make that the same as the other one. Right, that's fine. So we've took that out of there. Let's see what we got. See if it works now. And I don't think it will, but we'll look elsewhere. No, that's disappearing. That one's staying. Right, let's look at more places. So, go back to the AF mouse wheel, apply the delta, preview the mouse down, we're not doing anything here. Preview mouse move, not doing anything there, no. So the only difference is probably the input knob. So we're going down here and we're setting the text just in there only. So go up to the next one, we're doing the RF gain. Yeah, in there only. So RF gain, so no longer doing anything here. Can't see the difference. Right, so we've got preview mouse wheel. Take a snapshot of that. It's got to be something else blocking it. So we've got what's that? We've got the RF gain canvas, and the label is part of that. That didn't change anything, so we'll get rid of that out there. And we've got another canvas with the knob on it in front, and the blur effect, and we've got the AF gain canvas and the blur effect. So we've got a blur canvas, then we've got the, yeah, so everything is looking okay. Visibility hidden. Okay, so we're hidden. Visibility hidden on this one as well. Hit test visible false. Yeah, everything looks good. So don't quite know why it's not coming up. Preview the mouse wheel. Simplify the movement. We don't need this stuff in there, so that needs to come out at some point as well. Mouse down. Oh, unless we've got an extra. Have we got an extra event firing? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Mouse up, mouse move, mouse wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're transparent. We're transparent. Oh, Z panel index 1. Right. So we've got an extra value in there. Ah, here we go. That's it. We needed to put it in there after transparent. There it is. Just need to make this index. That's it. Okay. Right. Now will that affect the other one now? Stop it working? I don't know. Let's try it. Let's try it. Okay, so we got, oh, that's working, and that's working. We're okay. So I'm dragging, I'm scroll wheeling, dragging, scroll wheeling. Yeah, that's it then. We're doing okay. Why does that look lighter than this one? Probably because I don't know. Yeah, so we're done. We're done apart from this one. That's now doing level, but it is altering level, it's not showing level. So I suppose we ought to do that as well, but that's going to change to whichever one you're in. That's not doing that, so that's for another day anyway. Okay. Right, let's just save everything. Do the git changes. So AF and RF. Labels done. Refactored. Rig state. Reg state. Rig state to radio state. What else we've done? God knows. Yeah. Okay. Right, we're going to close that now. We'll just minimise the thumbnail and load up control. So here's the new control. So the next thumbnail will have this on there. It's working good. I'm loving it. I just noticed the band started there, but it needs to pick up the actual band, so we need to sort that out. Oops, we want that one. Oh, these need to come out of here and only show up when they're in this mode. So these buttons would have to be switched out. But I think we need to keep these buttons programmable by the user. Well, if you're not in this mode, plus there's not enough of them to do all the band. So we don't need to do this. We need to start the yeah, when we're in here, we just need something to start it. Whichever band we're in, it'll take the parameters from the RSG. Is it what do they call this? RSGB band plan, and put the band plan in the memory. So it comes up with all that. So we've got a lot to do still. Anyway, let's just do a scope scan. Yeah, we've not lost anything. I wanted that to disappear and go back over there when it's finished scanning. That's all for another day, or late. Yeah, later on maybe back on later on. So let's go to 7 meters, lower sideband, and scan. So what we've got to do then, we've got to create a, we need a cog on here somewhere, a little cog that you click and it opens up to a blank screen. Not that, it just comes up on settings. And you can choose your COM port, name your file type, whatever, your settings file. Clear your settings file, default the settings to factory reset the settings on your database file in case you've messed it up. Yeah, and we need to do more on the Morse code, be able to send Morse code and receive, and look at the values. It's got adaptive words per minute, so we need to show that value as well. There's got loads to do. Yeah. Anyway, and also need a maximize button that brings this to the full width of the screen. Okay. Anyway, and let's just have a scan on here. Never heard anyone on 50 megahertz, 6 meter. Never heard anything on 6. There was something there though, wasn't there? And also we've got to get that changing with this as well, which it's currently not doing. Oh, hang on. Am I going to hear anyone talking on here? Don't know. I haven't printed the band plan out for that, so I haven't got a clue. I've got to get AB working better as well. Right, I think I've had enough. Oh, that didn't mute it then. I clicked on it and it didn't show me. So it needs to change the colour to red to say you've muted it. Or go to 0. But I want to see what the value is in case it's too high before we click it. So we need to do something more with that. I thought we'd finish with that. So if it was red, you'd know it was muted, wouldn't you? Right, okay. Seems like I just need to do some more. Right, okay. Let's just make that go red. I wanted to finish that bit off and not touch it again, so looks like we're just gonna have to, when it's muted, it needs to just change to red. Because we're hard coding the mute value into it. Right, so RF gain, and we're only doing it now in the apply the knob input 3. So there's the RF gain label. So we've got access to it. So if it's 0, yeah, so we need to say if it's 0, yeah, if it's 0 we need to say make it go red. That's not toggling it. No, that's not the bit it does it at. It does it, hang on. Right, so I just need that there. Yeah, so when we're no, it's not that one. Right, so we've got the preview mouse down. So when we're actually toggling it, here it is, toggling it, RF gain goes to 0. Just need to tell it text block foreground equals a new solid colour brush. It's done it to me again, isn't it? Colours, red, just say red or fire brick, okay. So we don't know what colour we got. Let's just have a look what the colour is already. Foreground white. Okay, that's easy. Yeah, so keep the opacity as it is. Okay. So if it's muted, it goes to red. Yeah, so it changes it back to white. Okay, let's see what that does. Red, just tell you, I want to show the value. Not just to set it to 0, but I don't want to start making the value go up and it goes straight loud. So you need to know what it is. So if I click it, oh, it's gone red. You can hardly see it though. Needs to be brighter. Yeah, so I need a brighter colour on that. Fire brick's not enough. Red. Let's change the other one as well. Mouse up. Preview mouse up. So we need to change this one. AF gain. AF gain to white. Okay. Quick change. So sausage and eggs and tomatoes. Right, so we click that, nothing happens the first time round. Click it again, it does. Oh, we're scrolling. We're staying on red. That's no good. So we need to do a little bit more. So we're going back to white. So we need to do a little bit of an if statement. Right, let's go back to the apply knob 4. Right, so when we set the we need to do an if on it. If we probably just need to if that gain is equal to 0, then do this. No, sorry, don't do that. Then make the AF gain foreground equals a new solid color brush from colors dot red, although the red's a bit too not bright enough, make it white. Okay, that ought to do for that bit. Right, so we need to do the same to this one here. It needs to be RF gain now. Okay, so that's okay. See what happens. I've got a feeling there's going to be... Well, we'll see. We'll see. It might have... I think it might have cured both things. That might have actually. They should start up in red because they're muted. So the opacities... That's okay. Yeah. So if I go down to 0, what happens? It just turns it off. That's okay, it's all working out pretty good. Oh, what about if I click and unclick and click and unclick? Sounds good to me. Right, so we're now able to leave it alone. Save the changes. Commit AF and RF done this time. Really? Okay. Still haven't got an icon for this. So yeah, looks a bit weird, but at least you know they're muted. Ooh, sorry. I might have to put a cap on that, a little parameter saying maximum volume level. It goes all the way up to who turned the volume level to max? Nobody. Would you ever do that? Turn it to max? So we could limit that, but it needs to be in a parameter so you can undo the limit. That's weird, that is. Anyway. Right, so we're done. I think everything's working now. Yeah, everything's working, I think. Right, so everything seems to be working. Span is working, speed is working, yeah, we're okay. I've got a functional thing. I haven't touched the radio once. I haven't gone up here and touched the radio once. Right, I'm happy with that so far. Okay. Well, I'm very happy with that, so that's great. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll maybe catch you later, or probably not, because I'm going swimming later on. 73, thanks for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Bye for now.
Just find the right place in the program, make the appropriate change, and we'll run the whole thing again.
still very complicated. Music is simpler.
Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error. The art of leadership is delegation.
That information is not available. This constitutes all available data.
You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.